When I purchased my Honda ADV 150, I didn't pay that much attention to the difference in wheel sizes, but I did notice the bike had a larger wheel in the front than in the back. Why is this? Why in the world would Honda design a scooter with two different wheel sizes? A recent comment on one of my videos about this came up, so I figured I'd explain it in more detail. Once you understand the reasons why manufacturers do this, it will make more sense and save you from scratching your head so much, like me. On my bike, the front tire is 14 inch and the rear tire is 13 inch. Front 110 over 80, 14. Rear 130 over 70, 13. If you glance at the bike from a distance, you may not notice right away, but with further visual inspection, you can definitely tell something is slightly off. When I bought the bike, the different size tires weren't much of a thought, even though I noticed them being different. I was sold on the bike for lots of other reasons, which I cover quite a bit in other videos. Let's first talk about the front tire. Motorcycles made in the early 1900s had the same wheel size. As time passed, engineers discovered that different size wheels had advantages. A larger and thinner tire on the front can make the bike easier to steer, which therefore will allow for better control. Meaning with a thinner tire, steering becomes more sensitive. I've seen a lot of motor scooters configured with thinner, taller tires on them, and I'm sure this serves a purpose other than visual appeal. With that said, a thinner tire can also decrease stability because there's not much rubber that meets the road, so to speak. This is a big reason why rear wheels are commonly shorter and fatter than front wheels. There's more rubber contacting the pavement, which not only helps with stability, but also allows for better traction. The rear wheel is the one converting the power from the engine to the ground, so naturally it's beneficial to have more rubber back there. The rear wheel is also where most of the weight is distributed from both the rider and the bike. Having different size wheels on a bike can be a hassle to some people because they have to buy two different sizes to keep as spares. Sometimes different size wheels can also be visually unappealing to some folks. In the big scheme of things, after knowing the significance behind wheel sizes, it makes the less desirable things seem irrelevant. If for some reason a tire goes bad or becomes damaged, it's okay to replace it without replacing the other tire as long as the tread on both tires is still good. Engineers have put a lot of research in designing specific wheel sizes for good reason. If your tires are getting to a point where they need replaced, be sure to stick with the recommended tire sizes that manufacturers suggest. In another video I mentioned a safe alternate tire size for the Honda ADV 150 because those sizes are more widely available on the market and were a popular choice. Although alternate size tires may fit stock rims, they could change the dynamics of how the bike performs on the road. It's always important to do your research before buying anything, especially tires. I have not decided entirely what tires I will choose when the time comes, and I'll be sure to weigh the options all over again before I do. Tell me a flat tire joke. No pressure. Got a puncture in my tire the other day. Think it was that fork in the road. I designed square tires for my car and tried to push it down a hill. Didn't go down that well. How long does it take to eat a tire? A good year? I used to live in a tire, but it got a puncture, so now I live in a flat.